ranking all the Gojira albums. Gojira is my favorite band of all time. Ugh. Even got this Gojira tattoo. I just love this band. I even have Joe's signature model guitar. It's my main guitar. It's awesome. And it's a really hard thing to do for me to rank all these albums because in some ways they are all great. So we have a tier list, but it's gonna be really hard to actually put them in tiers. Because the lower tiers are gonna be empty. I'm gonna tell you right away. So we should not waste any more time and hop into it. I'm Nick, and this is my Gojira albums ranked. We are gonna start with the first Gojira album, Terra Incognita. This album has a really soft spot in my heart because it's kind of the early technical death metal dark Gojira. This album came out in 2001. I was not even alive back then. I was born in 2003. It's gonna be in the lower side of the tier list because it's gonna be a B, but it's a high B because there are some crazy good riffs, like crazy good. This album has some pretty fucking good songs, like Blow Me Away Universe, Satan is a Lawyer. Have you not listened to that one? Go ahead and do that. It's one of the best Gojira songs ever. Clone, Rise, Love, Fire is Everything. There are just so many good songs. The vocals are so dark, so raw. It's a great listen. And it works so well as an album. And for it to be the first album of this band and have so much soul, it's quite an accomplishment for any band to have on their debut album. Some really technical riffs, some really simple riffs, like Blow Me Away. Such a simple riff, but it hits so well with the drums of back then, like a 20-year-old Mario Duplantier. Damn, just really a great album. It's a high B for me. The second album, The Link, from 2003, the year I was born, so maybe it should really resonate with me. Well, that didn't happen. I know there are people that love this album and are maybe even saying that this is Gojira's best work. I'm not one of them. It's not like I hate the album, but for me, the album doesn't work as well as Terra Incognita when it comes to listening from top to bottom. It has some great songs, like Remembrance. Most of the songs on that album are good, and some of them are even great. But when I listen from top to bottom, it feels like it's a 2-hour album, even though it's only 47 minutes long. But that doesn't really change the fact that it's still Gojira, and it's still a good album that has a good amount of songs that you will really like, and you'll add in your playlists and listen to them 100 times. So where do we put The Link? It's hard. It's hard because I don't want to put it in the same tier as Terra Incognita because Terra is definitely better, at least in my opinion. You can have your opinion. Let's not fight in the comments. It feels wrong to put it in the same tier, but I don't think it's C tier. Maybe yeah, maybe a high C tier. Let's put it in C right now and look where we get later. Maybe we'll bump it higher. But then came the year 2005. And with it, the album From Mars to Sirius. Pretty much the album that put Gojira on the map. And you all know why. Because it's S tier. It's an S tier album. It's just such a good album. It works so well as a whole, but it has so much so much good in it. When we actually look at the songs, we have Ocean Planet, great song. They opened with Ocean Planet 1 or 2 years ago when they were touring in Europe, and it was a great opener. I was not expecting it, and it was a great opener. Backbone, one of the best Gojira songs of all time, one of the best Gojira live songs, because when Joe starts screaming, "We're Gojira, the next song is called Back Fucking Bone!" Such a great fucking song. From the Sky. Great song. Where Dragons Dwell. If you have not seen them play Where Dragons Dwell, I think it was Hellfest 2013, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Such a powerful performance. I have seen that video like 100 times, and I'll never get sick of it. At one point, this was my favorite Gojira song. Hands down, great song. The heaviest matter of the universe. Damn, this is a banger after banger. Flying Whales. Like, can we stop now? Can we stop with the awesome songs? This is one of the catchiest and simplest riffs in metal history that is just so powerful. Just such a powerful song that has so much in it. And at the end, when the last breakdown comes and the pick scrapes, damn, this is just such a good song and such a good album. Global Warming, one of my all-time favorites. If you haven't seen the live recording from Silvercord Studio, go ahead and do yourself a favor. One of the most powerful performances I have ever seen. Overall, this is one of Gojira's best work, and it's just the third album. Still kind of a young band, and they put out something like From Mars to Sirius. Just unreal. Now I probably have to tell you, this video is gonna be a glaze fest, because it's my favorite band of all time, and I love all of their music. I love it so much, and I don't think there is anything bad I can say about this album. And next we're going into 2008, The Way of All Flesh. Oh my god, this is an S tier album as well. I'm just not gonna even try to tell you that it's not, because it just is, from the way it's mixed, how high in the mix the bass drum is. That is one of the things that stood out to me every time I listened to that album, and to songs like Esoteric Surgery, where it's just pure fucking heaviness, or Adoration for None with Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. Such a good mix. And again, if you have not seen them perform that song live, you should watch some clip of it. And we didn't even talk about Ouroboros and The Art of Dying. Vacuity! Oh my god. I don't think it's their best album. I think From Mars to Sirius is better, just purely because there are some little misses on The Way of All Flesh. Like, A Sight to Behold is a good song, but I don't really dig the robot voice, and there are songs that are kind of forgettable, but it has such high highs, like The Art of Dying, Vacuity, Esoteric Surgery, Toxic Garbage Island. It just has to be S. And just the fact that it's probably the heaviest Gojira album, I feel like, is heavier than From Mars to Sirius. It's just peak Joe vocal performances. The next album is Lefon Sage, which is here on my arm. And this album is It's kind of weird. I didn't necessarily love it at the first listen. Maybe even first few listens. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was probably like a year when I was like, this is an okay album. But now I don't know. I feel like it grew on me so much, and some songs from that album are just so good that I do I put it in A tier? Maybe B, but in front of Terra Incognita. It's a high B. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Best song on the album, definitely by a huge margin, is The Gift of Guilt. Such a great song, such a great live song. I think I heard it once live, and it was the last song. It was just the kind of cherry on the cake of that show. And during the whole song, I was just feeling like, damn, this is the best day of my life. Other than that, I don't have much to say about that album. There are some other great songs, Born in Winter and The Axe, Explosia. There are just many great songs. A few misses for me, like Liquid Fire. Not that great. Mouth of Kala. Just songs that are good, but they are not in the top percentile of Gojira songs. But as a whole album, it works super well, and it also has a beautiful album cover. That is the reason why it's on my forearm forever. We have 2 albums left. One of them is Magma from 2016. Magma was the first album that I heard. Silvera was the first ever Gojira song I have listened to. At the time of the release of this album, many people called Gojira soft and that they kind of sold out. I don't really get that, because this is a great album. I feel like we have to go through all the songs. We have The Shooting Star, which is a great start. It's slow, it's kind of vibey, and it's so powerful at the same time. Then we have the three songs that are just pure Gojira, pure modern Gojira: Silvera, The Cell, and Stranded. With Silvera and Stranded being probably their most popular songs of all time. You know why they are so popular, because they are really good. Magma, one of the hardest Gojira songs. It's just so many pinch harmonics that you have to precisely learn where to pick. Such a cool song with such cool guitar playing. Have you ever heard a whole riff based on just pinch harmonics? I have not. Pray, if you have not listened to the extended version from Red Rocks, go and listen to that. It's phenomenal. Only Pain, the opener of most the Magma tour shows. And again, it's simple. Why? Because it's fucking great. Lowlands is one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites. I feel like it doesn't really get the praise that it should get, because it's so powerful. The end, Joe's vocals with that heavy-ass guitar. There is so much emotion in this song as in their whole discography. And that is just the thing that I cannot get over with this song. It's just so emotional. This is a hard decision. Is it A or is it S? I'm gonna put it in A, because I don't feel like it's on the level of The Way of All Flesh, but it's definitely not far below. I'm telling you again, this is just my opinions, and I'm guessing you're a Gojira fan if you're watching this video, so it's definitely totally okay to rank these albums differently. This is my ranking, and I'm not telling you that this is the right ranking, because every single one of us has their own opinions of our favorite bands. For me, Magma is a really, really, really good album, and I'm really glad that I stumbled upon it. A great gateway album, but even years after it was released, it still holds up so well. Now to the last album, Fortitude. So this was the first time I actually had to wait for a new Gojira album. It was painful because COVID kind of fucked it up and the 4-year cycle became 5 years. I hope that trend doesn't continue on, because if it's gonna be 4 years, then this is our year. And I would love that so much. Please don't make us wait for another year. 42, another kind of controversial album, because it kind of explored the Magma sound a bit more, and kind of the softer, groovier, more progressive Gojira. When Another World came out, I was like, oh yeah, cool song. I'm hyped for the album. Then we had to wait another year, so that was great. But the fact that the second single was Born for One Thing, that is the reason why I was so hyped for this album. I was losing my shit. I was losing my shit like never before when listening to a new song. That song is so great. And the fact that it's so usable for opening shows, with kind of the white curtain with the silhouettes and the countdown while they are playing the harmonics. Joe's vocals are a lot different than in all the previous albums, even from Magma. In Magma, you still heard the brutality of Joe's vocals, even though he was singing more. In Fortitude, it changes even more. It's definitely not the peak Joe vocal performance, but it's still really fucking cool. And seeing the range of Joe's vocal chops is just a pleasure. You can see the progression where his clean vocals get by the year 2021. And it's just great to see, because, like it or not, Joe will never growl like he did on The Way of All Flesh. That is just not happening. And if you don't like the new albums because there's more singing and it's not as heavy, even though some songs on the new albums are really, really heavy, can't do anything about that. But I like it. And songs like Grind, when I first heard that on the 2022 live show, I was crying. I was crying in the crowd, because that outro of that song is just, the feelings are coming back to me every time I think about it. Because if you can remember the outro of Grind, there is kind of a guitar solo under it, but it's really mixed in that you can hear it, but it's not that prominent. At the live show, there was all the outro stuff, and then Joe just started soloing over it. It was so emotional. And yeah, this album has a lot of good songs. I feel like Grind, Born for One Thing, Amazonia, again, using that that bending string behind the nut works so well. Such a great song. Hold On, really good song. You cannot tell me otherwise. I really like that song. Newfound as well. The chant I don't know. It's cool. Kind of gives you the vibe of the Shooting Star, but I feel like the Shooting Star is better. But then Sphinx, great song. The Trails, even though it's by far the least listened to song, it is really cool. Like Whisper Joe is something I really liked, and Grind. This song is so underrated because it's so fucking heavy, and at the same time, it's so emotional. The outro is literally one of the best things Gojira has ever done. That is why I'm giving Fortitude. No, I have to do it like this. I am giving it an A, but it's worse than Lefon Sage. Or maybe like this. Maybe it's a B tier. Just over Terra. Yeah, I feel like this is a good tier list. This is probably how I feel. I'm glad you're still here. If you're here and you like this video, like it. Comment me your opinions. I'm gonna read them all. Just keep it civil. Don't argue about stupid stuff. It's just our opinions. Also, if you're still here, you're probably Gojira fans, and this is our year. I hope so. I hope so, because 2025 new Gojira album, fingers crossed, it's gonna be great. Thank you for watching. If you want more tier lists of band albums, or if you even want a Gojira song tier list, I would love to do that. So tell me in the comments, like this video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and that's gonna be it. Bye.